At the beginning, there was no swoosh, no global fame, and no clear certainty that the idea would work. There was only a young man driving from track meet to track meet, opening the trunk of his car and selling running shoes one pair at a time. Even the company name people recognize today did not exist yet. Nike was founded in 1964 by Phil Knight and his former track coach Bill Boorman. At first, the company was called Blue Ribbon Sports. It was not a manufacturer, but a distributor. Knight believed that high-quality running shoes could be made in Japan and sold in the United States at a lower price. It was a simple idea, but at the time, it sounded risky and unproven. In the early years, Knight had no stores and no real infrastructure. He sold shoes directly to athletes, often straight from his car. The business barely survived month to month. Profits were thin, cash flow was unstable, and banks did not trust the company. Yet Knight believed deeply in the product and in the growing running culture in America. Boorman, always experimenting, even poured rubber into his wife's waffle iron to test a new shoe sole design. Innovation was happening in garages and kitchens, not in corporate offices. As Blue Ribbon Sports grew, problems followed. The relationship with its Japanese supplier became tense. Knight realized the company needed to create its own brand to survive. This was one of the most uncertain moments in its history. Choosing to go independent meant financial risk and the possibility of complete failure. The name Nike arrived almost by accident. It came from a dream. Jeff Johnson, one of the company's first employees, dreamed of Nike, the Greek goddess of victory. He suggested the name just before a production deadline, when time had run out to decide. Phil Knight was not convinced at first. He preferred something else, but the name stayed. Short, strong, and linked to movement and triumph, it quietly shaped the company's future identity. The famous swoosh logo followed a similar path. It was designed by a graphic design student, Carolyn Davidson, who was paid just $35 for her work. At first, even the founders were unsure about it. They did not love it, but they accepted it. Over time, that simple curved line became one of the most recognizable symbols in the world, representing motion, speed, and ambition. The real turning point came when Nike began to understand that it was not just selling shoes, it was selling a mindset. In the 1970s, running became more popular, and Nike positioned itself at the center of that movement. The company invested heavily in athlete partnerships, believing that performance and credibility mattered more than traditional advertising. This strategy changed the rules of sports marketing. Growth was not smooth. Nike faced lawsuits, supply chain issues, and fierce competition. Cash shortages were constant, even as sales increased. Knight later admitted that for many years, success felt fragile, as if everything could collapse at any moment. But Nike kept pushing forward, refining its designs and its message. In the 1980s, Nike made a bold move that reshaped its future. It signed a young basketball player named Michael Jordan. At the time, Jordan was talented, but unproven at the professional level. The partnership was risky, expensive, and controversial. But it worked. The Air Jordan line became more than a product. It became a cultural symbol. From that moment, Nike's growth accelerated. It expanded globally, entered new sports, and built a brand voice that spoke about effort, discipline, and belief. The message was never about being perfect. It was about trying, failing, and trying again. This resonated with athletes and non-athletes alike. Nike's success also forced the company to confront its responsibilities. Criticism over labor practices in overseas factories challenged its image and pushed Nike to change. Transparency, accountability, and sustainability became part of its long-term strategy. Today, Nike is one of the most powerful brands in the world. Yet its origins remain surprisingly humble. A different name, a logo no one loved at first. Shoes sold from a car trunk, dreams that sounded unrealistic. The story of Nike is not about instant success, but about persistence through doubt. A strong vision does not need a perfect start. It needs commitment, patience, and the courage to keep moving when the outcome is uncertain. Nike's rise shows that greatness is often built step by step, long before anyone is watching.